So, tell me, what are we talking about today?
Today on Keepin the Geek Bros, episode 160, we've got Marvel reportedly Marvel reportedly sounds some interesting names. What? What did you write there? Marvel.
That's not what I
yes,
typed.
it is.
I
Marvel
swear to God, it's
reportedly signs some interesting names.
Signs, yes.
Okay.
Signs some interesting names.
Jesus. Beverly Hills Cop gets a sequel on Netflix. The Rings of Power series reaction. Vibe finally watched The Witcher season 2 and he's reacting to it.
Wow.
She-Hulk series debut reaction. House of Dragon series debut reaction. All this and more in this week's episode. Stay tuned.
In a world where geeking out never looked so good, two incredibly sexy men will rise for your auditory pleasure. Here's your hosts, keeping up with the Geek Bros.
Yes! A vibe. With me is Man and the return of Darflex. And we're the hosts of Keepin the Geek Bros podcast, a family podcast, allegedly. Squeezy Bitch should be here, eventually. What's going on? What's happening? Go ahead.
Who?
You, Manny, go ahead.
Oh, okay. So I'm a panda today. I really got nothing really new to report with the exception of
What I meant was go down to the next
my bad.
in our outline.
Yeah. So
nothing has
what's
changed.
What's going on with the Geek Bros?
All right, the Geek Bros. Well, so like I did say in the last episode, I am revamping the from scratch. I mean, I deleted the entire timeline and I'm restarting from scratch, inspired by our fantastic Thor: Love and Thunder original web series. I'm redoing the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness one. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be great. There's a tomato being thrown at my face. You gotta love it. It's old school editing. It's in process. It is 47 minutes of raw footage. You gotta give me a break. I'm working on it the best that I can. However, we've got two new Ready Player Geek Bros streams on our Twitch channel. Stream 7 and 8. Elder Scrolls for PS5. We shifted to PS5. Holy crap! There he is. Squeezy Miss is jumping in. I gotta take our picture all over again. And Nobody Saves the World on Xbox. Nobody Saves the World, of course, is my idea, and you guys can tell that I seem to be in some kind of retro state. That's all I want to see. So, anything you want to tell the fine folks, Man, about these two streams? I know one of them we get into my latest, my latest first date. as I have self-proclaimed on that stream that I am the king of first dates. So
yeah, and I discussed a death threat that I received via spam text.
Yes, you did. Well, it wasn't a death threat. They told you to go kill yourself.
Check. Audio. Test. Hey,
not,
sorry.
Not in the middle of the stream, Squeezy Bits.
My bad.
Squeezy Bits, ladies and gentlemen, is in the house. So we've got
there he is.
Bits. There he is. Look, now everybody's here, and we can get into what's on your mind, gents. We'll start with Man, Flex, Squeezy Bits, and then I'll just say something. Man.
Oh, so nothing new to report. I got a sick child. I've been dealing with that.
Of course, we've heard the coughing before, so it's okay.
Yeah, okay. And then there's some other changes happening that they're going on this week that I don't want to put in the universe yet, because
why mention it?
Because I might have some good news next
the universe.
week.
I love good news. Is it studio related good news?
What are we talking about again?
Fantastic. Darflex. I'm so sorry. All right, Darflex, what's on your mind? You haven't been here in months. What's on your mind?
Well, since I was last here, let's see what's happened. I started a PhD program. I'm now working as a full-time professor at a university.
Good God. Shaping minds.
Still training some of the world's best fighters, and just trying not to lose my mind, really.
That's fantastic.
I find that to be false. You're not training me, bro. I'm a panda.
Yeah, but you're Puerto Rican.
Oh,
The racism in here.
I mean, you know,
That is
aren't
rum.
pandas like the least racist animals?
Look who it
Oh.
is. Squeezy Bits, what's on your mind, boss? You haven't been here in forever either.
Right? I don't know. It's nice to have you guys back. Or not nice to have. Thanks for having me back.
Oh, yeah.
What is all this beeping that's happening? I'm sorry. I'm a little flustered. My kids are running around the house. I've been trying to set up this camera all day.
I have met Squeezy Bits kids, and don't let him make him sound like it's more nuts than it really is. They were actually well-mannered young
They are.
men.
They are.
They were well-mannered young men. I mean, they didn't run into traffic like he claimed. He had me he didn't have me bring, but the way he made it sound, I had to bring chairs, fold out chairs to put on the sidewalk to have them sit down to avoid them running in traffic. Like, it's not that bad. They're funny kids. I'm just saying.
They're pretty energetic. They like watching stuff. Their dad do their stuff.
I know that's right.
And is this the part where I'm like, hey guys, I sold my lens recently? Yeah, that's exactly what I did.
Exactly. Yeah. Which lens? Wow.
I sold my all-time dream lens. It's a 70-200. It's every starter photographer, it's the industry standard of any kind of like photographer. If you want it's the most versatile lens. It shoots everything from portraits to sports. And it had me kind of like guessing
OnlyFans.
Is it like OnlyFans? Yeah. If it had me guessing if it was my skill or if it was actually the camera gear. So I sold it. And now I'm trying to buy something a little more not as extravagant, just to push my skills a little bit.
As opposed to maybe, I mean, you said that it was too good and you didn't know whether it was your skill or the camera.
Exactly.
Itself.
Yeah.
So you sold it to get something worse to see if
not worse, but
good?
like not worse, but something less trendy right now. What everyone's trying to do is take like portraits with super blown out backgrounds, and they don't really focus on like actual composition, and nothing is as thoughtful as it used to be.
But can't you take that extremely cliched or run of the mill or whatever industry standard lens and then make something, use it and build off of that as opposed to just selling it?
Yeah, but I don't have any other lens to try to practice the other skills, because like I feel like because like I sold it or because I had it, I was like skipping out on basics, and I need to build up the foundation of the basic stuff and just
I mean, you are pretty basic, so it makes sense.
I mean, you could have easily bought lynda.com, YouTube tutorials. I mean, it's just there's stuff out there. I think you overcorrected.
Nah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, I can always buy a lens. I can't. I won't always have the time to develop my whatever skill. However,
your craft.
I feel.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then that's it for what's going on in our. What's going on with me? So in school, I'm enjoying. I like being in my craft for this class. But am I enjoying it? No, because it's like learning. I'm sprinting right now in my craft, and I'm learning how to crawl right now. But I'm enjoying my film editing enhanced something class. It's actually pretty fun. It's actually going to help me streamline editing because there's some hotkeys that I either didn't do or never cared about or never learned. That's going to change like the speed of my editing. So at the very least, it's gonna enhance my editing. Other than that, something about a first date, throw it out there somewhere else. Streaming. I'm playing this discount version of Pokemon on Xbox Game Pass. I don't remember what it is. It's about the world of monsters. It's like Pokemon.
Temtem?
What? No. It's like Pokemon meets like The Legend of Zelda. It's really weird. It's a side scroller kind of too. But I love it. It's fantastic. So I'm obsessed with it. That's all I want to do right now is play that game. And I think that's about it. I bought a new fridge. I bought a smart fridge and a smart stove. They're coming in next week. I'm actually thrilled about that. That's how you showing my
Smart
age.
stove.
Yeah, smart stove. It's no preheat. It has 2 ovens, so you can bake 2 things at the exact same time, and you can connect to your phone. It's connected to your Wi-Fi. So
how mad are you going to be realizing that you're no longer the smart person in the house?
Who, me?
No, he's talking to me, but because he's a panda, I can absolutely disregard what he says. So without further ado, episode 160 starts now. But first, subscribe to our podcast. It's the right thing to do. We're moving on to the Fresh Scent.
Fresh Scent.
I love it. I love it, chorus now. Geek Bros approved movies and series of this week, brought to you by Man. Oh
Sneeze?
snap! He's he's taking the pen thing. I really didn't think he was gonna do that.
I've unpended
Oh,
myself.
he looks the same.
Side production
Except
note.
I have glasses now.
Side production note. Please, Squeezy Bits, remind me before we click off. We need to take another photo with the four of us in frame.
Jack off.
Okay. Thanks, Squeezy Bits. Appreciate it.
Oh,
Now
interesting.
I want some boba tea.
Ooh, that's okay. I'm
Yeah.
hungry now. I just finished
Racist.
eating. So, what are we doing? Oh, approved movies and series this week. Yeah, okay, cool. So, as everybody knows, this week is going to be Disney Plus Day, Star Wars Day. D23 is also happening this week, so we'll
Oh,
cover all of
crap.
that next week. Yeah, we're gonna cover all that next week.
In one episode, or are we gonna like break this sucker up? Because I'm not trying to do a 2-hour episode on three different specials.
It all depends on how much content they have, because I don't know right now. There's
I've
so much
I've
speculation in
made,
the universe.
I've made the executive decision, and it'll be 3 mini specials that we will record, and Man will do it like he likes to do it, where we'll watch these things live, react to it live, because we do it live here on the podcast. Do it live.
We do it live. So having said that, some of the things that I'm listing on here are part of the releases for Disney Plus Day, including Cars on the Road, which is a spin-off of the movie Cars.
I was gonna make a joke. Is that really true?
Yeah.
But
It's a spin-off. It's a
gonna be on
series.
Netflix.
No, Disney Plus. That's my bad.
Fantastic. Okay, I was
Cool.
gonna like when how did that happen?
Yeah, my bad. That's my fault.
Okay.
Also Central Park, which is a
Sorry.
animated series on Apple TV Plus, is returning for season 3 on the 9th. Cobra Kai season
Yes.
5 will be returning season 5 on Netflix this Friday. That's all I really care about for series. There's a bunch of stuff, but I don't care. Movies, we have the live action Tom Hanks musical Pinocchio being released this Thursday for
It's a
Disney Plus
musical?
Day. It's a musical, yeah, or part musical or some sort. There's a lot of singing going on. It's annoying. And also Thor: Love and Thunder will be streaming this Thursday on Disney Plus Day as well. So if you didn't watch it in the theaters, like a sad sap that you are, you get to watch it at home.
That's the one thing about these things. They come to Disney Plus so fast that
Yeah, it makes no sense to watch them anymore.
It doesn't, but I
But
still like the
that's
cinematic
why
experience.
Regal has filed for bankruptcy, because they haven't been able to meet their numbers. Yep, it's been pretty bad. There's this
Cinemark is
new
okay.
this Cinemark hasn't said anything. AMC barely got through it, but they made through their numbers. But Regal's suffering horrendously, and it makes sense because they opened a new Regal theater near my job that is very nice on the outside, but once you sit down in the theater, you're like, wow, this was trash. They put like no effort into their seats and comfortability whatsoever inside those theaters.
Oh,
But
so it's like an old school, the old school cinemas.
yeah, it's like the seats are like hard, and then it's one of those like you push back so you can lean back. You don't lay down. You don't.
That's
There's no.
So it's not. Yeah, so it literally is like the old school
It
cinemas.
sucks.
Yeah,
It was horrible, but it's funny because it's a brand
It's
new
a
theater. You
spirit of
look at
movie
it.
theaters,
Yeah, it's a spirit.
like Spirit Airlines.
Does it
Spirit Airlines.
does it have an overhang, whatever it's called, an
No, no.
overhang? You
No.
know?
No,
Oh,
doesn't
All
fit.
about the overhang.
Over.
Sorry.
Whoa.
yeah, you are. It's an inside joke
Um,
because what you guys do or do not know, I don't remember if I mentioned this. Excuse me, it's the photography for my son's 18th birthday party, and he insisted on us finding this overhang, and it's probably the shadiest part of Fort Lauderdale we've ever been involved in, and he was just
It
obsessed
wasn't
with
bad.
the overhang. It wasn't that bad, but we when we pulled up, he's like, I looked around. I'm like, yeah, this is not a really good neighborhood. And all he said was, I hope we don't get stabbed. He's like, I can't believe we brought my kids here. Like, that's what he
Yeah.
said.
Well, you know what? I accidentally took the wrong road, and like just 2 minutes out, there was like some guy walking like 5 corgis. It was crazy, bro. Like you're not gonna get shot in the neighborhood where some dude's walking corgis, bro.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
there's
Corgis are not gangster.
It was
Zero
funny.
gangster in them.
It
They're really
was
not.
funny. Sorry, man, carry on.
My bad.
No, it's cool. It's cool. And next 2 movies that are coming out in the
Beer.
theaters Friday are Barbarian and Medieval.
Hell yeah.
Trailers are coming up soon. Just look out for them. I can't really say too much about these movies because I don't pay attention too much. So yeah, that's it. That's all I got for movies and series coming this week.
Okay, now we're moving on to what's new in the gaming world. Brought to you by
So for your PS Plus free games for September this year, for the Essentials tier, they're doing something a little different this month. You get Need for Speed Heat, Toem, and Grand Blue Fantasy Versus.
Love it.
For the extra and premium tiers, you also get all those three and Deathloop, Assassin's Creed Origins, Watchdog 2, and Chicory: A Colorful Tale. There are a lot of indie unmentionables that I'm not going to bring up because they're unmentionables, and I don't really care for indie games all that much.
I know that's right.
The Game Pass is so much better.
Yeah, Game Pass is so much better, which brings me to my next part.
Wait, hold that thought. My son says that PS5 is better because when you get the game, you get to keep it. It doesn't disappear when it's off of PS Plus online. It's yours. That's the difference between Game Pass and the PlayStation thing. And I kind of, because now I have Nier Automata, I have the save file on my thing, and the game's off of Game Pass. If I want to play it, I gotta buy the game. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But didn't you beat it already?
I did beat it, but it was a really good game.
Yeah.
It was the best game I've played in a decade. You know, that game had me hooked. It was the first game in forever that I completed, you know. So yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah, but how many games are you really like willing to keep?
Yeah.
Like out of all of these games that you're gonna play, like some of them don't get unpacked, and some of them you don't even want to play any more than 10 minutes.
True.
So I guess for like the games that you do get to try, you just like, okay, I really like this game. I'm gonna go buy this when it's a greatest hit, something like that.
Makes sense.
Sounds like he's trying to sell it.
No, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Game Pass is the only thing that reinvigorated my love of video games. And because of Game Pass, I'm trying so many different games now that I probably would never have tried because I don't care. So, and especially all the retro ones that I'm playing. So don't get me wrong. If it wasn't for Game Pass, and if it wasn't for that lovely Xbox gifted to me by the artist formerly known as Garbanzo, I would have never been into a gamer anymore. I would have been done. It would have just been Kingdom Hearts, and that's about it. So I want to make it very clear. I'm not hating on it. I love Game Pass. However, I wanted to throw out the other thing that I heard.
No, it's true. I mean, it is what it is, though. I mean, I guess it's just Microsoft just monetizing their situation. It's like, okay, we're going to give you a free game for so long. Hurry up and play it so we can keep moving on. And it's also has to do with their servers, I guess. I don't know, but they got the money; they can change that.
Also, this generation doesn't really like maintain, like have that kind of attention span. You know, like we're in the generation of like the minute videos are better than like the YouTube 4K videos, and people don't really pay attention for that long. You know, like once upon a time, it was like
I just scrolled by and saw Dark Flex in a shirt and a tie. It's Professor Flex.
Wow.
I'm on the Geek Bros and it popped up. First successful week as a full-time exercise and sports science professor. And he looks presentable. He looks professional. Like, Jesus Christ. There's a situation right now where a teacher lost her job because they found out she had an OnlyFans. I cannot wait till the students find his old catalog on Vibe Studios. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
Look at the cat.
Oh my God. This is the guy shaping collegiate minds. I can't get over that picture. That's hilarious. Yes, you are. Sorry, what was that? Carry on, whoever was talking.
Sorry, I was talking about attention span, and that was it. Thanks for ruining it.
Clearly.
I'm sorry. I have to do the social media at the same time. The little social media that I do for this brand, I still have to do it.
I mean, it was great for
it was right on par with what he was saying. Right on par.
Sorry.
I don't see the point in keeping the game, so let's go ahead and move on.
All right. I like it. Where are we now?
Game Pass arrivals for the month of September. Grid September 6th today. Grid Legends, Opus Magnum for PC, for PC Game Pass, and Train Sim World 3.
Train Sim with Opus Magnum.
I don't even know why.
Train
why
Sim featuring Opus Magnum.
I don't even know why I listed these other games because they're different weeks, so I'll just leave those alone. Yeah,
Okay.
so that's it. Oh, other games coming out this week. Disney Dreamlight Valley Early Access. It is free to play. Unless you have
Game Pass. What?
yeah.
What do you
So
mean?
it's I have to explain this because it is very confusing, and
Okay.
I had a fan ask me several times about this game. So Disney Dreamlight Valley is a free game
Okay.
once it is fully released. Right now for the early access, which is currently where we're starting in today, you
Okay.
can begin playing the early access once you purchase a founders pack on any other console, with the exception of Game Pass. If you have Game Pass, you will be able to play and partake with it for free.
Oh,
Okay. So what you're saying is
Game Pass is better.
yes, that it's on Game Pass. You see, when you put unless Game Pass, I thought it meant it was everywhere, but if you had Game Pass, you can't play it.
Yeah,
So
I
you can play
forgot
it.
that other people are able
Okay.
to do that. Oh, look, it's my little beach. Oh,
Let me get that.
Little bongo.
oh.
Yeah,
You
I
have a
got a
dog.
free puppy.
You have a dog and a cat.
I have 2 dogs.
You
I'll
have
give you
2
$20
dogs
for
and a
him.
cat.
Yeah,
How about-
sorry.
I'll trade you some bubble tea for it.
And he'll throw in like a thing of kombucha. So
Yeah.
So that's the explanation on Dreamlight Valley for PC.
See an
PS4,
Asian man trying to get a dog.
do you see why this podcast wasn't streamlined before? This is
Yes, yes.
It's a lot better like this.
Oh, that's racist.
This is proving Game Pass is significantly better than whatever PlayStation has.
Yes,
all right.
No, I agree. I'm not fighting that at all, but I just giving out the news. Okay, so the game will be released for PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Series X and S, and Switch. Today also Temtem, which is another version
Bless
of
you.
yeah, thank you. It's another Pokemon bootleg game or whatever that is coming out
Is
on the
it?
PC. Yeah, it's another catch 'em all type nonsense.
Really? I want to look that
yeah.
up. Carry on. I gotta look that up.
It's coming out for PC, PS5, Xbox Series S and X, and Switch. Biomutant, which was already previously released for what would we call them? Older
What's
gen consoles. It's now getting
it literally looks like Pokemon.
I told you.
I'm not fucking around. Like literally,
know.
this looks like Pokemon. It looks like Pokemon.
God,
I put up
Does
the
it like
trailer
play
for it
exactly
today.
like Pokemon?
The art
Instead
style,
of like
the art
instead
style
of
is
Ash,
Pokemon.
it's like Sash.
I put up the trailer for
Yeah.
it today, but you don't pay attention to what I post, so it's fine.
No, and the combat system back over the shoulder. That's with the trainer. Right. This is Pokemon. They're gonna get sued. There is no way. There is no way this game is not gonna get sued. There's no way. This game literally looks like
Screams
Pokemon.
Yep.
No, it doesn't scream it. It looks like a fan mod of Pokemon. They just took Pokemon and they modded it a little differently. Even the animals look like a, is that a dragoon? Like this looks like
Dragoon.
Dragonair,
whatever.
not a dragoon.
Bro, these,
So-
these are-
Wow,
these-
dude.
these are
Why are you
Pokemon.
talking about like Pokemon and you don't even know the actual like Pokemon, dude? That's like one of the most popular Pokemon. Is that a Dragoon?
That's a
Oh,
what's is it Dragonair? Is that
Yes.
one? Dragonair.
just said
One,
that.
one looks like a Dragonair.
so obviously it doesn't look exactly like Pokemon because you can't even remember the Pokemon that you're trying to identify.
The last time I was into Pokemon was the first 150 150 100. How many there were originally? 100.
151.
151.
Yeah,
151.
because
Yeah.
That was
you
the
could get Mew
first.
if you attended like the Nintendo conference for Pokemon or something like that.
No, you just get the cheat code and you get Mew. That's how you did it.
Well,
back then.
that's because you're one of those people that doesn't like to buy movies, and you
It
also
looks
like
It
that.
looks like a
You also
flying
like
Pichu.
the other version of Game Pass. That's your people.
No, I didn't
The
say
not-
that. I was
you're-
just
you're
no.
the-
I was
I
reporting
mean, that's
on what
I'm
my
just like
son said.
categorizing you, and that's the category you fill in, bro. I'm just saying.
You can't look. This is
Saying.
not. This is not part. This is not part of the of
We're gonna
the,
spend like an entire like 20 minutes on the least important stuff.
For
and we're
real, like
not only gonna spend that time, I'm actually
like-
downloading the video. We're gonna stream this shit right now. I gotta look at this.
Dude,
I'm sorry. I have to
maybe-
look at this.
What if it's better than Pokemon?
It could be. It's possible. I mean, the bootlegs sometimes are better than the original, but this I don't see how they got this past Game Freak or Nintendo. Like, how did you do this and not like expect some kind of litigation? It screams Pokemon.
Maybe they don't care about the litigation, and maybe they make enough money after the litigation.
probably possible.
I'm sharing this thing right now, ladies and gentlemen. This is not part of the thing. I need to react to this
Yeah,
right now.
dude.
Plus, this will make for a great hot take for our TikTok, which we actually have. We have TikTok, ladies and gentlemen.
I still have to post the other ones.
You didn't post any of them?
I posted one that got silenced. I didn't post the
Uh-oh.
other ones.
This
This is like the
not-
best part about this podcast and this crew that we have here. I love how
that?
like unpolished and raw things are. We're getting it like, like, bro, like no filter, bro, like
I
straight up.
cannot
Like,
get
you
our
know, like,
faces to
you
get
take-
bigger.
you take, you take the wrapping off of it and just go deep into it.
That's
Well,
what she said.
That's how raw.
That's how the
that's
ladies.
how raw.
That's how the
That's-
ladies like it.
That's disturbing. All at the same time. I don't even know what to say right now.
There we
It's
go.
a little thrilling, you know.
Drilling.
Yeah, I wanna
Oh,
say it,
that's
but, you know.
right. I know that's right. Everybody who watches us on
All right, we watched this like pause for like 30 seconds. It's
because
really good.
I'm
I love
fixing.
purple flowers.
Listen, I'm fixing our faces and for the stream because people have we moved to a thing called Riverside, and Riverside isn't
Trash.
really doing very well for us. So people who watch us do this reaction, they want to see our faces bigger. So there's a way to do it on things. I'm doing now. All right, we're ready to go.
Hey, now it's time. Come on board to the world of Temtem. Hey, take my hand. Let's go. The wait is over. Join to discover. Hey, we'll be mates, maybe friends, and we'll catch some Temtem. The challenges will be hard, but together we'll be fine. Yes, let's go. Hey, now it's time. Meet your
Gyarados.
friends in the world of Temtem. Don't miss the ride. I'll be your guide. We'll have fun together. Hey, don't be afraid. I'll be there if you need my help.
Are there?
I'll be by your side. Won't leave you behind. Look out for
my God,
each
this is all-
other. Hey,
this is all-
now it's time. Now it's time.
Hey, there's the Mewtwo.
Hey, now it's time. Come on board and let's Temtem up. Don't miss the ride. I'll be your eye. We'll have fun together. Hey, now it's time. Now it's time.
Well, one,
No.
I'm quite disappointed because it didn't show any gameplay. So clearly they didn't. I don't know what to say about this. Gents, reactions to this knockoff Pokemon. It literally looks like a series, a spin-off in the Pokemon universe following a different character. It literally looks like that.
But it's the world of Temtem.
It's
Clearly
yeah,
said in the song.
Well,
Yeah,
it is
Tem-
rated
Temtem.
M for mature.
it's not. It is.
It'd be great if it was though. It was a hentai.
No, if it was a mature
I
Pokemon,
wonder what
then-
they're gonna do when they go camping.
You know, oh. I think what their claim to fame is that you can build your own house, you can move crap around in your own house. Is that what the differentiates it?
I don't
I feel
know,
like
but like,
you can do that.
Huh?
what does Temtem stand for? You know how like Pokemon stands for like pocket monster?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Or
I
did
think it's
we
a
all
I
forget
think
this?
it's a racial slur, but I'm not sure
Temtem?
yet.
I hope
Yeah.
so.
Yeah,
So
me
I think-
too. Like I think I'd download it if it were a racial slur.
Gents, your reactions to Temtem, this Pokemon clone.
I don't know, man. I wouldn't play it. Just I don't know.
Yeah, I got
love
over
it.
Pokemon a long time ago, so I'm definitely not gonna do anything with this.
I didn't ask you if you're gonna play it. I was asking what your initial
Oh,
reaction to it.
It's
just when it comes to
it's absolutely Pokemon with a Breath of the Wild kind of feel to it.
maybe the art style, which is why I hate it. So
Yeah, you do hate stuff.
I hate the art
Yeah,
style.
why do you hate Breath of the
You hate-
Wild?
and you hate
Possibly
good
like the greatest
stuff,
game
too.
I hate the way it
ever.
looks.
Yeah.
And I can't finish the last what is it called? Hyrule Warriors, because it's in that goddamn art style. I hate it.
Oh my god. you play
Squeezy,
that garbage
Temtem.
ass-
How you
Guard-
feel about Temtem?
I can't believe you play that garbage ass like not the Breath of the Wild game. that
You
is
should
Breath of the Wild.
you should go to xvideos.com and type in Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, get all the tips. No, I don't know about Temtem. I'm not. I think I've definitely like aged out of that kind of play style. So even if I were my kid's age, I'm about to hand. Is it a mobile app? Is that what it is? I mean, if it were a mobile app, it'd be fantastic. I
It's
think.
not a mobile app. It's
for
coming on
PS5.
PC, PS. That's a PS5 game. Can you?
That is
believe
a
it?
PS5.
That's a PS5 game. Xbox X and S and Switch. That looks
not
they look great on
something
the
to
Switch.
brag about.
definitely not. That's not a next generation
Yeah.
game.
Ooh, that I guess that's the most disappointing part about it. Like I thought it was like a mobile game and I was okay with it. But you just mentioned like PS5. Bro, that's like a $60, $70 game. Easy.
Yeah,
Not
for nothing.
not into it. That's the only downside.
Who thought now, after as many Pokemon games have come out, that this is the time to make a Pokemon clone? I don't think this is not the right time. I don't think
Why
so. I
not?
think it was a bad idea.
This is the generation that likes cloning everything. We have like a clone of every social media. We have a clone of every single. There's
Right,
parody everywhere.
but
except
how many of them are successful?
it doesn't have to be
This is
successful.
not going.
Someone
This is
just
not.
has to
This
buy it out.
is not going to be successful. I don't think so. And look at this. It's a gem.
Ooh,
All right, we're gonna move on. Sorry about that. I hijacked it, but I had
my
to look
goodness,
at
did you
I had
hijack?
to
You
look
just
at
added
this.
like 15 minutes of this podcast
this.
for this
Mom added 15
Temtem
minutes.
PS5
All right,
Pokemon
so-
bootleg on PS5.
Did you want me to
Divas.
finish up? Did you want me to finish up
No.
for you,
Yes.
Man,
please.
or did you want to?
Well, I'll finish up because Biomutant is a previously released game on older generation consoles. It's now getting an upgrade with faster loading times, HDR support. The PS5 version has the DualSense support. But this is for the next gen models for Xbox Series S, X,
I know that's
and
right.
PS5s. And on the 9th, is that right? Yeah.
Yes.
On the 9th, Splatoon 3, because we made
I
fun of that
can't
game.
wait for Splatoon
Ooh.
3. I've never played a single one of them.
They're good.
I never played any of them either.
Is there
but
a
we
story
made
to
fun of
that?
it.
They look fun. I just never played them.
I think there is, but I don't know what it. I'm not interested in the shit whatsoever.
Just
There's going to be like so many 13-year-olds that come out of the woodwork that have banged.
Is
their
that
moms
is
and
that
stuff like that.
streamable? Is that something?
Come out of
That,
the
is that is there online play for Splatoon?
It's only online play.
Yes.
Word? It's what is it for?
Word.
Don't tell me it's only for Switch. Is it Nintendo? It's a
Switch.
Nintendo game, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's a Nintendo exclusive.
All right.
Doesn't
Well,
it-
man, you have a Switch, right?
I do.
All right. Well, how does that work? How would that work for
You
Twitch?
have to.
Just
You,
like Xbox Live.
So you stream it live from the Switch itself?
Oh,
Yeah,
to stream-
capture card. You
I
have to
don't
use a
know.
capture card.
Really? You can't.
I
Stream
would,
it?
yeah.
All right. Well, maybe we won't do that. But I think that'd be fun for us to
Elgato
join.
capture cards are only $100.
I have an Elgato, but I have the old Elgato. So, all right, we're gonna move on now to Man's side piece. It's-
Wait,
it's-
wait,
it's
wait,
all
wait. I'm
Man.
gonna have to bring up like you guys like spent like 15 minutes on Temtem, but like spent
Okay.
2 minutes on Splatoon 3.
Well,
Splatoon
okay.
3 is gonna be fantastic.
Okay, I'm sorry. Carry on. What were you saying?
Splatoon 3 is gonna be fantastic. I think like we just got to give it its flowers, and
Did you
you're a
did
piece
you
of
want
crap
did
for
you want
skipping over
to
it.
did you want to
Oh, let's
stream?
watch Temtem.
Did you want to stream a
Oh,
a video? No. Okay.
No,
I was
no,
giving
no.
you the time. I'd stream it for you. I'd unlock it, let you stream whatever you need to stream.
Yeah, I feel like maybe next time we should be a little more selective of like what we should stream, except this Temtem thing. That you know,
Listen, I had to
anything
stream.
but Temtem.
Listen, one. Let's make it very clear. I use this podcast for twofold: for a podcast, for a video recap, and I take slices of it.
Videos.
Hold on, and I take slices of it, and we put it on TikTok as Geek Bros hot takes. So I'm trying to get the most bang for my buck. And you know whose idea that
And
was?
You
Hold
had a
on.
hot take on Temtem.
That's right.
You had
Hold
a
on,
hot take
hold on.
Temtem.
And whose idea was that? Whose idea was it to take
Yours. You
snip-
streamed it.
No, it was your idea. You're the one who kept on saying yes. You're the one who kept on saying that that we should break it up into clips and upload clips. I
Okay,
took that
okay.
a step further and made it hot
And
takes for our TikTok.
Hot takes. Let's go hot take Temtem. The more
That's right. And watch. And watch.
PS5
And watch.
Pokemon.
When Temtem blows up, right? We'll have one of the first hot takes on there, and we'll get streams. So there you go, you hater.
Hey, can we start a GoFundMe account so we can get you like a copy of Temtem? Because holy crap.
Why do we need a GoFundMe?
You have to stream
account for
Temtem
that?
now because you made such a big deal about the game.
I didn't
You
say
have
I
to
like
do
the
it now.
game. I didn't say I like
Yes,
the game.
you-
I told
you
you
have to
that,
do
that
at
the
least,
game
like,
looked like a
You
pure
have to
cheesy
stream at
knockoff.
least 2 hours of Temtem now. The
You know, I did this to
Temtem
myself.
episode.
I invited him on the podcast. I sent him the text. It's my bad. I did this
You're
to
welcome.
myself.
This is possibly going to be
Mans.
your most viewed podcast ever.
Yes. The desolation of squeaky bits. All right.
Squeaky.
So
Get it right. Everything's
squeaky
easy with
bits.
squeezy.
Oh, squeaky bits. All right, Man's side
Okay.
piece. Get it in there.
Okay,
Nice.
so
Sorry. There's a inside outside joke there, isn't there?
yeah,
Okay.
sure. So
It's gonna be a long episode. It's gonna be a long episode.
So Marvel has signed some new names into their Marvel Cinematic Universe. One of them that stands out especially is Henry Cavill, who we all know plays Superman in DC Universe.
This article comes from Hype Beast.
Yeah, I was
Huh?
gonna get there,
What
son.
the
Jesus,
Supreme
What
article?
is shit?
that's Hype Beast, bro.
Hypebeast.com.
Hype Beast.
This is
Hype
where you get your
Beast.
Supreme stickers.
This is where I get my porn.
I know I told you stop going to IGN, but Hype Beast, I don't know. I don't really feel like this is very reputable.
It's a
No,
real thing. There's other
hypebeast.com.
Yeah.
there's other
Yeah,
sites that have stated this,
You
but
also
I
like to
felt
wear
like
Yeezys.
this.
But you want to
I-
quote Hype Beast.
Yes, I felt like this
Not the
was
Huffington
very.
Post, not
No,
the New
No, I
Times.
felt
You wanna-
I felt like this would grind your gears a little bit better.
you succeeded. Carry on.
Thank you. I
I'm
appreciate
a reseller. I like Supreme.
Hypebeast.com.
Hype Beast.
Hypebeast.com.
Got them new
So
Kobe's.
they've also signed names such as John Boyega, Cody Comer, Daisy Edgar Jones, John Krasinski, who we know as Mr. Marvel in not
Dr.
Doctor Strange.
Fantastic?
It wasn't Doctor Strange. It was
In Doctor Strange. Yeah, he was in
no,
Doctor Strange.
no, it wasn't
Fantastic
Doctor
Four.
Strange. No, it
What do you-
was WandaVision featuring Doctor Strange.
Oh, WandaVision season 2 featuring
Yeah.
Doctor Strange, right?
Yeah, that's what it
Oh,
was.
you know what I call it? I call it like, you know, some animes have like an OVA after the series. Doctor
Right.
Strange and Multiverse of Madness was like the OVA or the movie
of
companion
WandaVision.
to the series. Yeah.
So that's WandaVision 2. Giancarlo Esposito and Denzel Washington are other names that have been
Who the hell
mentioned.
would Denzel play? Denzel is old as balls now.
Who knows? There's going to be this
money.
is supposed to be for phase 5, and apparently there's going to be a big announcement at the D23 Expo this week.
Oh my god, who's
So
that?
we will
She's
learn more.
gorgeous. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
she is.
Jodie. That's Jodie Comer.
Mhm.
God, she's beautiful. Oh my god.
So we'll know more and hear
Wow.
more stuff about it. The Anaheim Convention Center for the D23 Expo coming this weekend from the 9th to 11th.
I have to
That's
Google
all I got
more
for that.
photos of her because yeah, she's pretty.
Did you say Denzel Washington?
I
What?
did.
That's gonna be awesome. At first, I was excited for like Henry Cavill. I was about to buy like a whole bunch of like KY jelly, bro. But like,
Nobody
Denzel
more
Washington.
excited than Darflex because
Well, I mean, who's Denzel gonna play? War Machine?
who?
he could
Did you
play
say War
whatever,
Machine?
bro.
Who's War Machine? You mean the
Don Cheadle.
Oh, is
What-
it because
no
he
one-
broke
no
his
one-
legs?
No one cares about Giancarlo Esposito? Come on, guys.
Oh,
Come on.
she's the chick from
I do care about him,
from
but-
Free Guy.
I mean,
And
who's,
she was also Ray's mom that they stabbed in the movie. She's freaking gorgeous, bro.
This guy is having a geek out moment right now. Like, I don't know what to do with this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
what's her name?
Denzel, though.
Jodie Comer. JODIECOMER.
You should go to Reddit and then search that, but before that, put r/.
No. What is that? What is that? Deep fakes?
Maybe. I don't
Nobody's
know.
gonna deep fake this. She's not that popular for them to deep fake her.
Somebody.
But she's beautiful. She is beautiful. All right, sorry, carry on. Where are we at now?
My next topic.
Netflix is ripping off Amazon.
Yes.
What? No.
What?
Yeah, they are.
So
Amazon
what?
did it first.
Did what
Amazon
first?
took an old Eddie Murphy movie and made a sequel years later called Coming to America with the two. And Netflix is doing this exact same thing. They're taking an old.
No, but they okay. So here's the problem with that.
Netflix
They
has been doing
said,
this longer.
yeah, Netflix. This was announced since like 3 years ago that this movie was happening. Just nobody picked it up. Or no, Netflix announced 3 years ago that they picked it up and they were going to do it. So, anyways, Beverly Hills Cop 4 is my next title, or my next topic. It's a sequel to the Beverly Hills series.
It's just gonna be a soft reboot, like they all are.
But except it's called Beverly Hills Cop Axel Foley. It's gonna star obviously Eddie Murphy. What's that guy's name? I forget his name. Jordan.
It's called
something?
Beverly Hills Cop Axel Foley.
Yes.
That's stupid.
Jordan.
That is
What's
really
his
stupid.
name? What's his name? I forgot.
So,
Oh yeah,
Jordan
Joseph Gordon-Levitt
Is gonna be
is
Directing.
going to be co-starring in there as well, and it's going to be directed by Mark Malloy. Mark Malloy. There's another name. I forgot who the person was. Oh, did I put it? I think I put it on here. Yeah, no, I didn't. I'm lying.
Doesn't
This
have a
comes from
release date
Screen
yet.
Rant Battering. Yeah, no release date. They just actually recently started filming it.
Oh, that's what was Beverly Hills Cop 3 was really that bad?
I don't
Yeah,
remember it.
I didn't mind. I saw it recently, late last year.
Because it says right here, no one really wants to think about Beverly Hills Cop 3, which is why they're not calling it Beverly Hills Cop 4.
Huh.
That's weird.
I don't think it was bad. Definitely wasn't as good as 1 or 2, but not bad.
You guys are old.
Critics
Ben's
Just watching those movies.
Although,
Schedule.
I will wonder how that movie's gonna be though, because if you guys remember the Beverly Hills Cop movies,
Never seen any of them.
pretty heavy on the gay stuff, but like
Yeah,
like yeah, like in a very offensive way.
No, he's
That was
probably
my favorite character, actually.
he's probably gonna be Me Too'd in it or something like #time's up, and
Yeah,
that's gonna end his career. Like that's where it's gonna begin. It's gonna begin by him being Me Too'd and a whole bunch of like lawsuits or whatever accusations. He gets suspended or fired, and he has to now relate to the current year.
Rejoin the
Rejoin,
current
yeah,
atmosphere of society.
exactly. And he's gonna be hit down. He's gonna be put down a notch. So
That Gordon Levitt guy is gonna steal this entire movie, though. That man.
why? Why would you say that?
I don't know. Well, you know what? He's actually the perfect like Robin. But like
that dream is dead.
he's always been really, really good at
At
his
what?
role as a
Stoner,
as
Loser.
as the second star.
cuck.
I've never seen as a cuck, yeah. Just as a cuck, yes. Except that you guys ever watch his movie where he was like just masturbating all the time?
Don John.
Yeah, Don
No,
John.
I
That
didn't
was a
watch
great-
that
with
movie.
with Scarlett Johansson, it's fantastic.
Oh, you definitely see Cyber in that movie. It's not bad.
Yeah, dude, it's fantastic.
wanna
And
see
that's
Cy-
like
I wanna
his
see
best
all
like
movies.
1A movie. Or a 1A, yeah, where he plays like the lead. He's always like the best 1B
character,
or
the
the side character.
supporting
Yeah,
actor.
he does so well in his like supporting actors. And
I
like, when they
disagree,
gave him
but
that-
sure.
He was
you
good
can- you-
in that cancer movie.
I love the cancer movie.
Oh, he was also good in that one Batman movie that wasn't as good as the latest movie, but you know,
The Dark Knight Rises.
that one.
Where they talked about where they talked about bringing him up as a Robin, and that just never
They
happened.
made his name. That was his name. Was his government name was Robin?
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
that
it
was
was like
cheeky.
a soft spoken like, oh, this is gonna be the next Robin, and then just nothing happened.
Well, because Bruce left him the bat basement.
Everything.
He left him the bat basement.
Bat
So he was-
cave.
so- no, it wasn't the bat cave. That was the fucking bat cave. Did you see a cave?
Oh no, yeah,
Bat
the little
basement?
basement underneath the thing.
Yeah, the bat basement. He left he
The
left
bat
him
closet.
he left him the bat basement and what was left of the tumbler. And he said, listen, good luck. All right, have a good time. I'm gonna go and live my life with Catwoman, who I just met. All right, we're gonna move on to
Into
the
it.
Cure for Your Common Day, The Rings of Power series debut reaction. Now, I didn't watch it. Madman didn't watch it. Squeezeface couldn't give a shit. But like I mentioned it, I think in one of the other episodes,
so
I said,
well.
if there's
You
anybody
know
who
me so well.
I do. I told Flex, I said, Flex, he doesn't give a shit about any of the crap I put here, but I'm doing it for you. Now I mentioned it. I think I mentioned this in the last episode. I said, if there's anybody I wanted to hear from who is close to a Tolkien scholar as I know, would be Darth Flex.
Flex,
And so,
we both said that.
and then we did. And then in his group
Holy
chat,
shit, were those tits?
when he was asked whether he liked it or not, he said he enjoyed it. And my mouth dropped. I had told Madman, I said, there's no way Flex is gonna like this from what I heard about the series and what they're doing to the lore. I want to tell you it was a Darth Flex. The Rings of Power. Tell us how you felt.
Didn't watch it.
Wait, what?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh,
Honestly, I enjoyed it, and I think people are talking about a smack about it because they expect this to be the true story of the first stage. Did you guys watch the Halo series?
no, I
Okay.
won't because my God, I hear terrible things about it too.
Um,
They did the Mandalorian wrong.
so
I saw Halo. Halo was okay
Yeah.
ish.
and before it was released, the Tolkien estate asked them to not use any of the actual story or any of the actual events in the timeline. So this is why it's like this. So it is very, very, very loosely based on the aftermath of the Silmarillion and some of the events of the Silmarillion before the Hobbit books. It's actually based on the appendices of the Lord of the Rings book, if you ever read them.
Right. But the appendices span tens of thousands of years.
Yeah, I mean,
And they're condensing this all into 5 seasons in the same era with characters who
so
I'm sorry, but this is what I say. The best example that I heard was it's like telling the story of Earth and having our modern humans and dinosaurs coexisting at the exact same time. That's how vast, how much they butchered the lore, apparently.
So no, because this follows, this is after the sinking of Numenor. This follows after the elves left Valinor to come to Middle Earth. And this was right after Morgoth was vanquished and
Okay.
after Sauron disappeared for a bit. So they skipped a couple thousand years. Like the movie, the show doesn't start from the beginning of when they created Ea, which is the Earth, or
Right.
what as the planet for them.
Yeah.
This takes a couple, tens of thousands of years after all those events, right? And it's the first age, and the first age doesn't really happen until after the vanishing of events and so on.
I just want to make it clear the Earth is still flat in this age, correct?
At this point, yes, they have made it flat.
Fantastic. That's all.
No.
That's all I want to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told
correct.
you, you got me on the freaking
You're correct.
sinkhole. I've
So,
gone to the damn hole, so I know.
Right now,
what
it is flat, and most of Middle Earth has not been sunk. Then later on, after they try to invade Valinor, that it becomes round, and they sink most of Middle Earth. Because the Middle Earth we know in the Lord of the Rings, like a third of it is missing underwater.
Yeah.
The show starts out pretty good. It's pretty action packed. The visuals are, in my opinion, amazing. The actors they picked for Galadriel is perfect. I think it's a very young depiction. It's the way she plays Galadriel is definitely a very young and reckless warrior version of herself. Again,
Okay.
this is loosely based on Galadriel. A lot of these didn't happen. Like even when they tell the stories when she was a little girl, you see the 2 trees of Valinor which provide light, right? There wasn't always a sun in Middle Earth. There was 2
Right.
trees that provided light, and then Ungoliath the spider eats the light from the trees and kills them.
Because of Sauron.
No,
No, Morgoth. Morgoth?
yeah, but she
Who
was
was
just it was Morgoth. But
It was
this point,
Morgoth. It was Morgoth.
She was just a cunt and wanted all power. So she in the
Okay.
show that doesn't actually happen. They just say that Morgoth corrupted the land and then the trees died, whatever. So
That's
It's-
unfortunate. Why
yeah.
take that out? Why take that detail out? Okay.
it's man, it's tough. You have to go into it knowing that this isn't what you read in the books. You have to go into it knowing that this is a purely an adaptation. Like
It
The very
sounds like
definition
it
of
sounds like
adaptation.
it sounds like the cliff notes of the cliff notes of the cliff notes. But carry on.
Yeah, for the most part, it's like if someone, it's fan fiction, really. It's what it is.
So
But
who is this
it's,
for? It's clearly not for the fans.
I mean, I'm a fan. I think it's a good show, but I mean, I'm not going in expecting to be told the story that I already know.
Right. Okay.
Like it was made very clear that that's not what this was going to be. I mean, it looks great. The characters are good. The only quarrel I have is the person they picked for Kellen Brimbor. He looks like an older Neil Patrick Harris mixed with the guy
Sounds
from
good.
Up.
Sounds good.
So, but otherwise it's good. It's only been 2 episodes.
Any standout moments that you can not really spoil, but that you can like, give it to us so maybe we can spark some interest.
Okay. The first episode, there's a few flashbacks to the fight with Morgoth and everything, or Sauron.
Right.
It was great. Like remember when we watched Solo and he lands on the planet and then you see the
Star Wars movie ever.
and then you see the ATST drop on the floor.
Yes. Yes.
And then you're like, man, I want more of that.
Yeah,
So-
that's the best part of Solo. That was amazing.
And it had a very similar scene to that. It's like the eagles and the dragons fighting. It's pretty badass. And it actually did last quite a bit. You're like, wow, this is great. And there's a little bit more of that within the show. So that's why I think it's pretty good. Visually, it's stunning. It's very engaging. It captures your attention. And then as far as the lore is concerned, they have a lot of callbacks or a lot of references to the actual lore itself. You just don't see a lot of it in like being told as a story, right? And that's because of what the Tolkien estate asked for. Please do not make a show of the specific events that we're asking not to make.
Okay,
show
so how do you
whatever.
feel
So,
about this? On Rotten Tomatoes, the show has a 84% approval rate from the critics, despite the show pulling a huge number of viewers. The audience score is somehow just 38%.
I think it's just hate, bro. It's the same thing as Star Wars fans now. Like, yes, the Star Wars films.
But Star Wars fans
were not great.
I mean, yeah, exactly. They have legitimate complaints, misogyny and alleged racism aside. There's valid complaints. Can we really write off all the discord and the malcontent about these shows as just hate and bigotry and
No,
fanboys?
of course not. But like one of the most common like threads now as far as criticism is like, oh man, why are there black dwarves? Why are there black hobbits? Bro, it's a fucking show.
But yeah, but it's a show with established lore,
If you read the actual books of dependencies, there are descriptions of darker colored people, darker than me. Maybe
Okay.
not like charcoal black, but it's still pretty dark. But another thing that stood out, the dwarves are, man, I connect the dwarves so fucking hard. Those guys are pretty dope. I really enjoy what they did with the dwarves and how they show their homes and everything and how they live. It's pretty good.
Okay, so
So far for 2 episodes, it's great, man. Like I have really no complaints other than Celebrimbor looks like someone squished Neil Patrick Harris's head down with a thumb.
Wow.
I mean,
I just imagine Play-Doh. Somebody put their fist in Play-Doh.
again, we haven't really seen too much to say, oh, this is butchering the story, because so far it's
Right.
from an adaptation standpoint, it's pretty spot on.
Okay, compared to Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings as an adaptation, more faithful or less faithful?
Less, because they are contractually obligated to be so.
Okay. Well, I thought that they I mean, if they have access to the appendices, they can tell the story of the appendices. They just couldn't mess with the major stories of Lord of the Rings. I thought that was what the
Yeah,
situation was.
But because of the timeline they picked
Mm.
and the characters they picked, these are absolutely like dictating events of the story. of
And I
Middle-earth.
could have sworn that part of the deal was they weren't allowed to mess with the lore, as it's stated in the appendices. And that's exactly
Yeah.
what they did. They messed with the lore.
Well,
From my understanding, that was what the contract was: is that you can use this, you can add people to it, but you can't mess with the lore itself.
so they haven't messed with the lore. The lore, as far as the references are concerned right now, are still pretty faithful. They
Okay.
mentioned the Silmarils, they mentioned Fëanor and his hammer and how he crafted so many great things, but brought so
Okay.
much pain and so on. So as far as that's concerned, it's been pretty faithful. The events they're showing are like in between the lines, right? Like it doesn't say that this would happen or did not happen, except for maybe the 2 trees thing that I mentioned.
the Harfoots.
They're pretty cool, man.
Okay, so you're okay with having discount hobbits in the first stage.
Yeah, it's
Okay. I
I
mean, I
mean,
have no
you're
dog in
really,
this fight. I have no dog in this fight. I want to hear from him. I've heard a lot of negativities. All I'm seeing on YouTube is negativity about this show. So I
To
was
me-
always, I expected a lot worse from Flex, but I'm quite surprised and quite invigorated to actually watch the show now.
Titillated? You're titillated, aren't you?
Yeah.
to me the Harfoots are just hobbits. They just call themselves Harfoots. I mean, it's like the river folk.
Right.
They're pretty much
right,
hobbits
right,
as well
right.
too, but the river folk.
Okay.
One more thing though, there is this half elf. This very, very handsome, light-skinned half elf who has an impeccable fade and an awesome lineup in Middle Earth. Now, it's not impossible. I have seen
He
Asians
said-
give
he
fades to the
said-
common eraser.
He said he said an impeccable fade.
Wow. You're gonna get a whole bunch of Dominicans watching this now.
God. So I'm listening.
His character is completely fictional as far as the lore is concerned. He doesn't
Mhm.
exist in any of
Oh
the
my
story
God.
dependencies, but so far he's a pretty good character, man.
Okay. Man, something happened? You want to talk about it?
This is completely off topic, but I was just scrolling through the gram.
Oh, and
And
you
you know
saw
that-
you saw Flex's professor photo.
I did. I liked
I
it,
know, isn't it?
I
Isn't it?
did. It's very impressive.
It's very weird. Yeah.
but that's not what I. Oh my god! You know that
Oh.
game that we hate playing?
Which
The
one?
bread game?
I hate playing a lot of the
Oh, you
games
guys
we're
like that
playing.
game? The
Multiverse.
bread-
Yes, I hate
You-
multiverse.
You know who their newest character is?
Bomberman?
I mean,
Professor
Gizmo from
Flex.
Gremlins.
LeBron James?
To do
Uh-huh.
what? Why? How?
give AIDS.
What-
It's
If he,
not
you
COVID.
know what? Forget it. When he is it out? Is it free? Can we play him or we have to buy the
Yes.
game?
The game is free. I don't know if he is.
Yeah,
free.
but some of the right is it find out if he's free because we will stream this again on Twitch because I want to see if they make him move like Yoda, flipping
'Cause
around and shit like that.
you know, they have. So they announced that he's a new character. They also have Morty from Rick and Morty. They have Spike from Gremlins, which is the evil Gremlin Spike one.
Okay.
And why can't I think of his name right now?
Professor Flex.
No, Black Adam.
Oh, like looking like
Not
The
the
Rock,
Rock.
or-
No,
okay,
not the Rock.
just
Black
just a
Adam,
character,
the
Okay,
comic
cool.
character. Yeah.
So before we move on, I just want you guys have heard Flex's review, which is really pretty good review and didn't really spoil anything. I'm surprised. The Rings of Power. Will we watch it? I say yes. I am on board. You know, so I'm down. Man. I'm talking about non-Geek Bros related. We were gonna watch it anyway for Geek Bros because we hate our lives. But I mean, are you excited now to watch it after hearing the review from the Flex Master?
I was gonna watch it anyways. I'm not immersed in the lore as he is, and I'm not well versed in it as he is. So half or all of the stuff that he was saying, I was
He's
like,
nothing
what?
to you. Okay.
But it not to say that I didn't enjoy the Lord of the
Hobbit,
Rings and the
right.
Hobbit movies. I didn't enjoy. It's not that I didn't enjoy. I enjoyed all 6 of the movies. So my plan was to watch this series anyways.
Uh-huh.
That's why I asked you if we were gonna do it
Yes.
for this. So
Okay.
I was, but having gotten his approval, of course, yeah. Now I'm all like, fuck it. I got no reason to not watch it now.
Exactly. I actually kind of watch it tonight, but I'm gonna wait for you, man. But you said we're actually planning a watch party allegedly, so we'll see how that works out. I don't even know how to do that shit. Squeezy Bits, you've heard Professor Flex speak on the Rings of Power. How are you feeling with your
A couple
strobe
of
lights
questions.
in the background?
Oh, my bad.
No, it's okay. Do your thing. Just you know, just so you know that our epilepsy Caesar, people are probably foaming at the mouth right now.
I thought it matched my background. a
No,
little
it
bit.
does. No, put it on. Put it on.
So okay, cool. So I did have a couple of questions for Flex, because there's definitely a lot of content that like I can't watch because I have kids, and like Flex's like criteria for like, hey, you should watch this. Hey, do you like violence? Hey, do you like tits?
He didn't do it. He didn't do it.
Yeah.
He didn't do it. Like I didn't want to bring it up because I wanted him to do it organically. You ruined it.
Yeah, my bad. I'm sorry. So if it has any of those things, it's not something that I can watch with my kids because I'm with my kids like almost unless they're in school. I'm with my kids.
You
So
have
it's
Sounds
time.
like me.
something
You have
that like
time. Yeah.
Well, let's see. Could they have watched The Hobbit?
Yeah.
Then yeah. Same.
Okay.
I mean, there's nothing. I would say The Hobbit's a little bit more extreme than this.
Oh,
So
okay, but the problem is like the Hobbit's a little more yeah, they won't sit through things if it's like super heavy, like story driven and
No,
you like the character buildups
well-
are like really, really big and it's like, oh yeah, here's a whole bunch of like from shit from like, oh, why is the world flat? Do they actually show the world being flat? And
No.
no? Damn.
No, but there is
No,
quite a bit of
now,
action.
now I'm a little less excited.
Oh, surprise. Wow. So like I guess like it does sound like something that I would like my kids to get into, and like for my kids to get into anything I have to sit down and watch it with them. But like a problem I'm having is, will they sit through it? Do you think that it will hold the attention of someone that is under the age of 13?
Drug them.
Yes, I think it will.
Drug them? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. You know what? I'm actually, as long as it fits all that criteria, I might give it a shot.
There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Well done, Mr. Flex.
Yes.
All right, so we're gonna move on real quickly to I finally watched The Witcher season 2 and I loved it. I
Can't
love
believe it took you this long.
Listen, here's the thing though, and I mentioned this before on the podcast. I don't pay for all the streaming services at the exact same time. They all come out of an account that's always zeroed out. So I only put money in there to pay for these things when I'm watching them, and I cycle between the different things. I only ever have 2 on at any given moment: Disney Plus or Hulu, Netflix, HBO Max, Amazon Prime Video, whatever. There's no point. Why spend on all these streaming services if you're not actively watching something? So I would turn it off. So I turned up Netflix for a hot minute because I was watching something else on Disney Plus, and I was always watching something else on Disney Plus. Had some I don't want to say bangers, but they have things back to back. So I don't keep it all locked up.
Mighty
So
Ducks, I know they just came out. Yeah,
the
it's
Mighty
pretty
Ducks
awesome.
was a banger. That was a banger. You know, Emilio Estevez is not coming back for season 2.
What?
He's not coming back for season 2. He's not signed
You
up
know,
for season 2.
season 2 is coming back like near soon, right? I think it's coming
Oh,
up
I didn't know
either this
that.
week or next week. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, he's not going to
coming.
be in it. He's not going to be in season 2. He's out.
Why are they not paying him enough?
I don't
Is that
know.
what it has to be a
Who
money
knows?
thing, bro.
It has to be a money thing. And the sad part about it though is that they set up a love story. Wait, I'm sorry. We're moving on. So I finally watched The Witcher. I loved the game changes, the Mighty Ducks. It was great. I thought it was great, especially when they brought back the old people. Anyway, that's a hot take for you. So I finally watched The Witcher season 2 and it was fantastic. You know what? My thing was, the very first thing they said was, they weren't going to do the whole past present thing again because people were confused, and that upset me because I liked the idea of it. But this linear storytelling was friggin' great. It was great. I like watching the fallout of the characters. When the bard, that's what it is. Is that the right thing? Bard,
Yes.
the singer.
Mhm.
When the bard returned, I friggin' loved it. I don't know.
Excuse me.
I think.
I would like to let everybody know.
What are we doing? Who's that?
Sorry, I was just.
It's fantastic. So I liked it. When he came back, it was great. I felt for Yennefer's story. I'm glad they didn't do that. They didn't stick with that whole traitorous bitch nonsense. No, I just like, no, don't do that again. But you know, it was a quick thing, and they moved on. I love the lore some more. I do. I definitely like where they're coming with it. I like the whole like convergence nonsense. It kind of reminds me of Thor: The Dark World, by the way, but I'm loving that idea. I don't know what's happening. I really don't know where they're leading up to. That's because I don't know the lore, but the linear storytelling was great. I actually enjoyed that little princess chick even more so. She was fantastic. I love the He-Man woman scene. I thought it was going to be pandering. It was great. It was fantastic. The season was great. Not as much gore or as much like intensity like the first season. It was more character driven and story driven, and that's what I like. But it was a good season, and I can't wait for more. I actually saw a thing where it says that he wasn't coming back for season 3, but it looks like they fixed that. But as late as I am, I loved The Witcher season 2. Gents, I know you guys watched it like 2 years ago, so if you guys don't want to add to what I said, by all means, before we move on to the next topic.
Yes, the timeline
Yes.
was slightly screwed up. which kind of threw off a lot of the actual story itself.
Okay.
For something that was pretty faithful to the lore. Season 2 was surprisingly not, but I enjoyed it. I just wish it was significantly longer though. It was so short. It was much
Yeah, if there's any series that needs more than just 8 episodes, it would be The Witcher.
Yeah.
I
Well,
like
that-
the
that-
animated. I love the animated thing. I was so hyped up by The Witcher, and there's
Oh,
now there's
bro.
the whole now the world of Witcher. I
Yeah.
watched the animated one, and I realized at the end who this origin story was for. Like it clicked. I'm like, oh, it's for the old dude in season 2.
Yep.
It
Yep.
clicked. When I say that I had to rewatch it over again because now I could appreciate him. I thought it was just some random guy, no Geralt, no nothing. But then when they saw Geralt and he was all bald and a little kid, it clicked, and I said, "Holy shit! I gotta go back and rewatch this movie because now I have an appreciation for it." So I went back and rewatched it and loved it. I had to play in the background while I was like doing some like homework or something. That was great. And then I was like, "Yes, now I'm gonna go to Blood Origin. I'm ready to watch Blood Origin." And then I realized it's not out yet, and I got
Nope.
really sad. Like really
Not
sad.
out yet, sir. Sorry.
I thought it was though. I thought it was so far behind. The Blood Origin came out and that animated movie came out. So I
Mm-mm.
saw the trailer at the end of
Yeah, it
two, and
came.
I was
It
like,
came at the
yes.
yeah. It was at the end, and then it's still not out.
So that actually ruined it. But they have a whole little part in Netflix called The World of the Witcher, and that's great. I'm gonna watch all the makings of. Anything else? Anybody else want to chime in for The Witcher season 2?
No, I agree with what Flex said. The story.
God bless
Bless
you.
you. The story was a little off, and it was really like fast paced. But all in all, overall, it was definitely a good season, and I want to know where the hell they're going with it for the next one.
Yeah, I didn't know where it was going. You know who I didn't care for in season 1, but I thought was like freaking gorgeous and slamming. What was her name?
Henry
that other
Cavill.
that no.
The
No.
Snow White girl.
No. The mage that got hurt, and she was like tried to sleep with Geralt, and he's like, no, I don't want none of that. You know what I'm talking about? She was the only mage. She followed him to the stronghold of Witchers to teach.
Triss. You liked her in the show?
Yeah, I like her in
She's
the
grandma
second
face. She's
season.
ugly as fuck. You
No,
should see her.
bro.
You should see her in the game, bro. Yeah.
Nah, man, she's attractive. I
She has
didn't.
grandma face.
No, she's attractive. I was like, yeah,
Wow.
I fucks with that. So, yeah, I was like, come on, Geralt, hit that. She wants it. Just
I mean, he does
give her a piece.
a lot, like a lot.
Yeah, he does.
Maybe in the games or in the lore. Clearly, they had something in the past. I saw it. You know what I'm saying? But he was just like, nah, I'm too heartbroken. I don't want none of that. Nah. So I don't know. Whatever. Squeezy, have you watched The Witcher? Fantastic. We're gonna move on to She-Hulk series debut reaction. I don't have much to say about
Hey,
this.
thanks for inviting me, guys.
Well, look, this is why you're here. She-Hulk series debut. It's been 3 episodes, and all I can say is thanks. I hate it. Moving on. Who else wants to chime in?
Wow.
I said the same thing before it premiered. I said I'm gonna hate this show. I especially did not like this last one, where at the end she's twerking with Megan Thee Stallion.
Listen. I thought it was funny that they were talking about Megan Thee Stallion. I didn't expect to see her cameo. When she cameoed, I think I got a headache. I rolled my eyes so hard.
Yeah,
I said, what the fuck are we watching?
I was over it. And then I come to find out that I forget her name, the one that plays She-Hulk. She's apparently a big fan of Megan Thee Stallion, which is why they made her make the cameo. Yeah, because she's a huge fan.
Hey, is it me or does she look a lot better as She-Hulk?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh, she looks a lot better as She-Hulk.
Absolutely.
Right? Like
Absolutely.
there's something about like taller,
Absolutely.
thicker
You better
bitches.
believe it. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm just totally into the taller,
Yeah.
thicker, you know.
Yeah, we know that already.
No, I
We
don't
know
know
that.
that. I don't know that.
She's so
I
much
know
smaller.
Oh, you do. Okay.
So
You
much.
would. You would. Anybody else?
That awkward
She-Hulk.
moment. Yeah.
Excuse me. Did you watch the She-Hulk series?
Yeah. Well, maybe not the last episode, but like it was
Okay.
okay. Not something that I'm ever like looking forward to. Unlike like Moonlight, it's not like something. But like if I'm ever looking for new Disney content, I always like new Disney content or new new Marvel content, and
Yeah.
I'll gobble all that stuff up. And
Oh, that's right.
nothing like
Yeah.
having tall
Hit
fucking
the
thick
back of your
bitches.
throat. Yeah.
Sorry. Wow. Um, but other than that, it's a meh kind of show.
It is a meh kind of show. How do you
Yeah,
guys
I agree.
feel about? I don't want to say they emasculated the Hulk, but they definitely cheapened his struggle. How do you
The
guys feel
entire
about that?
time. I hated it because again, the Hulk, Bruce Banner having gone through everything that he went through. He
Yep.
says it while he's training her.
Yes.
Here's a big giant book that'll help you, and maybe in like 10 to 15 years, you'll get to where I'm at now. And
Yep.
she's got it in 2 seconds. And he's
Yeah.
like, well, there goes that page. There goes
Yep.
that page.
Yep.
There goes the whole book. It's like,
Yep.
my number one question is, why is she so much better?
Yeah.
Why is her journey
Yeah.
10 times better than whatever he went through, as he suffered and went through all this crap? Like, what? And he grant gamma radiation. He's
Yep.
being hunted by like every freaking
Yeah.
military in
Yeah.
the world, and she's a lawyer. Like, go ahead and green out in the courtroom. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Whatever.
It's
Whatever
like,
happened?
yeah.
Whatever. You know. As I'm watching this series, I'm like, what happened to the Sokovia Accords? Wasn't that a thing? Like, why is she?
Yeah.
Why is there no like hunting her down? Hey, where's? I mean, yes, we know the actor died, but where's his goons to try and grab her? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, if you think, why is she being left alone? Where are the Accords? Where
was
is
just
everything?
sick.
So it
Like,
just
and then the crazy thing is, right, she when in episode 2, 3, whatever, where she's defending Blonsky, right?
yes.
And she's already in Hulk form. No one's freaking out.
Yep.
Blonsky's like, look, I can turn into Abomination, still be cool, and revert. And everybody's like,
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Russian.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, the only thing I liked about episode 3 was that they linked it back to Shang-Chi, and it makes me wonder: are they retconning it? They're just throwing it in to explain that, or was this actually planned? Did they know they're gonna have a She-Hulk series? Did they know that this is gonna be a plot point? Like, I don't want to give them too much credit because Phase 4 has been a shit show this entire time.
it really has.
No, ew, what? No,
It's been a money grab, really.
You know,
Like,
it's,
this is
it's
just
been
like
a money
the
grab, but it's just horrible.
yeah.
It's just it's going nowhere. I agree.
no, it is. It's going nowhere.
It's going nowhere and everywhere at the same time, and it's just
Yeah.
like
It's
you
like- it's-
you introduced the multiverse, but
Yeah.
what exactly are you doing with it right now?
Exactly. And we don't know what's going to be part of the multiverse, what's not going to be part of the multiverse. You don't know. It's like they're throwing everything at the wall to see what sticks. And I'm telling you right now, She-Hulk is not. It's
Nope.
not.
I don't
sticking.
know if they're throwing stuff in the wall. I think they're just like, I can do whatever the hell I want, and people are gonna gobble it up. Like, they've built such a reputation
Hit
over
the
the
back of your
past
throat.
couple of phases. Yeah, you need to get on Tinder, son, and really fix whatever you whatever you have going on.
Perpetually single and the king of first dates. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Fleck,
yeah,
you
we
haven't
did
said
mention
anything
that.
yet of this. And if anybody who's a misogynist here, it would be you.
The show is
Wow.
pretty meh. Like it has its funny moments.
Mm.
I haven't laughed at all.
I think I'm just watching it
Oh,
now because
I can
it's
bring up
there
a
to
moment.
watch. And yeah, I mean, honestly, I didn't know much about She-Hulk prior to this. In my country of origin, we don't
Well, they
really,
butchered the lore, so
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even know they didn't allow female comics in Colombia, so yeah. I don't hate it,
oh, I hate it. Thanks, I hate it.
but I can't say I like it, but you know, I do watch it and I do good with it.
I'm watching it only for the cameos. Literally, that's all I'm watching it for. I want to see the cameos. I want to see how they further certain stories. That's all I'm watching it for. Is just the
There's like
cameo.
one very specific line that Mark Ruffalo said, and pretty much the only reason why I watch it is you guys remember the part where he goes, where he goes and tells a story about his past, and he's like, I'm a completely different person now.
Literally.
Yeah, literally,
Yeah.
yeah, literally.
And like, okay, that all
No,
right.
it would have been fine if they didn't come back to her and she didn't look at the camera and go, ha. Like that's where they killed it. If they let him say that and she kind of smirked, but she looked at the camera and said, ha, and then moved
let her
on.
break the fourth.
No, she can break the fourth wall, but
whatever.
you killed the comic gold of that because you had to. It's like we were not smart enough to realize what he was saying, kind of a thing. Like,
Yeah, it's
you
like
know,
not
like you
giving
didn't
you-
have to do
yeah.
that. We knew that's what he meant. You didn't have to break the fourth wall and go, "Ha, we get it. You get it. You get it." He was like an actor.
It's because she's a lawyer and she thinks you're an idiot, dude. Like all lawyers do this. I've worked with a lot of lawyers and they all think you're idiots.
So this show is just
We are
somebody
idiots,
woman
sorry.
explaining to us.
Yeah,
about
pretty
Marvel.
much.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Because,
Dude. Yeah.
because all men are shit. Like that one guy that I don't like. You know, a woman wrote that character, that incredibly misogynistic, sexist lawyer. That's her rival.
Oh, in the
Like,
in episode 3, that was the rival or whatever.
the comical. He's just like he's over the top. Like other guys that are like that, I'm sure. But come on, man. I mean, couldn't you could be a little more subtle with it, right? No, I don't know. It's a bad show. I liked Miss Marvel 100 times more now than I like what I'm watching right now. So lastly, we're gonna move on to House of Dragon series debut reaction, brought to you by Flex, because I haven't seen it, and Madman hasn't seen it either. And Squeezy Bits doesn't even know what we're talking about.
You serious? God damn, man.
Thanks for
All right.
inviting me, guys. I really
Oh, it's always a
I
pleasure. It's
love-
always a pleasure. It's
I
always
love
a
you guys.
pleasure. It's always a
So
pleasure. Always a pleasure.
House of Dragon, it's been pretty good. It's a storyline taking place like 127 years or some bullshit like that before the events of or the birth of Khaleesi, Daenerys Targaryen. And it followed the House of Targaryen when they were in power. They follow King Viserys and his daughter Rhaenyra Targaryen, and kind of the events of, from what I can only speculate, the downfall of the family and wars within the first ages. This is way before like the White Walkers and everything. They even they reference the prophecies, right? They're like, oh, sometime later on, a terrible winter will come and it will be infinite, and so on and so on. But there's a lot of dragons. There's a lot of fighting. It looks a lot better than Game of Thrones, assuming they have all that nice money.
Okay.
I mean, without spoiling too much, it's actually been pretty good. It's kind of the family feud to power between the Targaryens. And then
Okay.
you see all the other houses, like House Baratheon, House Stark, and everything, and as well too, when they're merely, for lack of a better term, just peasants to them. But you can see signs of how the family's gonna fall apart, especially with the brother of Viserys, Daemon Targaryen, which, by the way, is the 10th Doctor from Doctor Who.
Yes.
He is he's
Oh,
fucking
he's a beast.
he's a fantastic character. He's a piece of shit, but a fantastic character. Like-
he is a hyperbeast.com.
Do you remember Joffrey, King
Hype
Joffrey?
beast, not hype.
Yes.
How much everybody hated him, but this guy was so good at creating that hate by the character he played. This isn't as intense because you kind of like him too, because he's kind of a badass, not a pussy like Joffrey, but damn, this guy's a piece of shit. But great character development or writing, whatever you want to call it.
So the question is, since you already know how the story ends, what's compelling you to continue watching it? We already know it's a prequel series. We know how it's going to end.
Well, it's the same thing as reading a book and knowing how it ends. I watched the movie because I want to see a visual adaptation. It just looks cool. Like reading words, I'm sure it's nice, but it's not as cool as seeing someone's head actually get fucking cut off. Or
I mean, I don't know, man. An
titties in front of your
audiobook
face.
is the audiobooks are pretty damn good these days. So I'm just throwing that
Yeah,
out.
but like when they describe the women in Game of Thrones, like the book, the Song of Ice and Fire, right? And then they show it in the show. It's not the same thing.
Okay, I
It's
get
not
you.
the same
You're
thing.
Flex is a visual kind of guy.
Yeah, I mean, like, listen, I'll keep it simple because I think you'll like this show. You know, do
Okay,
you like violence?
of course.
You like titties?
Are there titties in this? Are they titties?
Oh yeah, bro.
Oh,
skinny-
there's
yeah.
There's a ton of sex from what I
Yeah.
hear. A
Yeah.
ton of sex.
That's what I'm talking about.
Do you like racy politicians?
Hell yeah.
All right, pretty good.
I'm not.
Then you'll love the show.
There you go. See, there you
But
go.
also, if you are gay, you'll love the show too, because
Because there's a lot of
it's getting.
wang. I got you. So
Yeah.
again, same question. After hearing Flex's glowing review of the House of Dragon, gents, are you gonna watch this? Madman, just beyond us, the Geek Bros, we hate our loves. Are you excited to watch this?
Listen, man. This was something else that I was already on my watch list. I'm also waiting for you. But
I'm not the
Listen.
one who has children who aren't self-sufficient. Like you threw in my face the other day.
I love how you keep like you throw that like I say things and then you throw it back at me.
Then don't
Like,
say it.
it's-
I got nothing to throw.
Well, listen, like stop throwing weak ass shit my way for you to just get punched back in the face. Anyways, so
He's see, man punches down. You know, he doesn't punch up, he punches down.
well, I can't punch you up because there's
Being
a
in person,
Understood,
right?
understood.
so
I miss
Um,
Fantastic.
but but after Flex is he just sells it, man. He sells it to me. I'm all about I'm all about it. He sells it to me. He sells it pretty good.
The Eternal Nihilist, Squeezy Bits. How if you heard stupid ass, you heard what Flex had to say. Will you watch The House of Dragon?
Well,
No, it's not family
Just be-
friendly.
yeah. Would
You
I
can watch it
want
at
you
work.
to-
I don't see what the problem is because he has the same issues that I have. My children are always here with me in the house if I'm not at work, just the same as
Right, but
That's what he's
you
saying.
blindfold them though. There's a difference.
I
You can't
do. I
that.
blindfold them. I give them a little bit of whiskey and I toss them in their room and leave them in there. They fight a little bit. There's like a little scroungering going on in there, and then eventually they stop.
There's not enough whiskey to go around the house for me to give my kids the whiskey.
They're not.
That's strictly for me.
I have
That's
to. I have to
waste
be a
of good
fly on the
whiskey.
wall, like to see what you see that I did not see. I don't know. I think
Maybe it's because I do this behind the scenes that they're able to do other things in the front of the scenes.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Confucius once said, "I don't know something else, something Confucius."
Yep.
I don't know.
As Spike Lee said, let it hit the back of your throat. So
Was that really Spike Lee? Did you say Spike Lee?
All right,
Did
so
you say
that's
Spike Lee?
that's a wrap. That's a
Spike
wrap
Power.
for it. Shameless promotion, gents. Before we wrap up, we'll start with Man Fust.
I am Man on Facebook and YouTube, and Man 17093 on everything else.
Awesome. Professor Flex.
You can find me as Dark Flex pretty much everywhere now. 2 X's.
Yes, 2 X's.
Are you gonna change that to dark Dr. Flex anytime soon?
I don't think so.
No, I think Professor.
No.
I like Professor Flex. I'm just making it very clear.
I
Not
like
Yeah.
Professor Flex.
Professor Flex. I like that. I like it a lot. I think
You should shave your head and get like a wheelchair.
Well,
I did play
yeah.
wheelchair basketball for a whole semester.
Yes, he did. He did really well. Squeezy Bits. Where can they find you on this fine interweb thing?
So
On
far,
where can they find you on the metaverse?
Grindr.
Yeah, so far you can Google me, SQUEEZYBITS. I'm the only Squeezy Bits. No one's taken that name yet. I don't know why.
I know. Hashtag
Good
back of your
name.
throat. And of course, you can find me, Vibrev Studios, on
mother.
everything. VIBEREVSUD.
Google you.
You can find me. Vibrev Studios. That's .com, Instagram, Twitter, at yahoo.com. Not yahoo.com. Sorry, at youtube.com. Sorry, that threw me completely off. Facebook. It's all there. Plenty of stuff beyond just Geek Bros that you can find. The best place is probably vibrevstudios.com because that's I run it and I update it every once in a while. But that's where everything's cataloged easily. The web series, the podcast, the Geek Bros mini pages there too, with links. So check it out. You can find the Geek Bros, plural as a whole. Instagram, Twitter, just GEKBR0S. TikTok at Geek Bros with a 0, GEKBR0S. Twitch, that's twitch.tv/Geek Bros with a 0, GEKBR0S. There are 8 episodes up there. And we've now decided that we're not just going to stream video games. We're going to tell stories. We call it Geek Bros, Ready Player Geek Bros Story Time. So check it out. You'll hear random stories from our life. So you can get a little deeper watching us play Power Wash Simulator, and more than just that. And get a little deeper with us. So go for there. Email us geekbros0 at yahoo.com, GEKBR0S at yahoo.com, Facebook.com, just geekbros0, WeBeGeeksPC.com, the first place to listen to this podcast.
First place.
I know
I
that's
don't know
right.
what we
And
were
of course,
supposed to there. My bad.
Geek Bros has its own YouTube channel where everything is collated by phases. Everything is there. We don't have a vanity URL yet or a custom URL yet because we need to get our subscribers up. But you can go to youtube.com/Vibe Studios, scroll all the way down where it says more Vibe Studios, and boom, you'll see Geek Bros right there. Click us, subscribe. Everything is there from old school, the original web series, phases 1 to 3, unboxing, all 160 episodes of the podcast. And I think I'm migrating over Lonely Vader. So check it all out. Lonely Vader is what began this whole thing. So everything is there for you. It's all great. So that's it for Keepin' the Geek Bros podcast. And remember, geeking out still sounds this good.
Keeping up with the Geek Bros.